Hello, I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So wait
Yes.
2-3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Students are joining. Then we will start. Okay.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Good morning, Sumran.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, bhai. Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Now
sir.
let us start. I think 66 total 73 students in L section. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 70 still have not joined. Okay, no problem. Let us start. They will join in the meantime. One thing I would like to request you. I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what you will after the class, okay? There is a quiz program organized by the institute, and some of your seniors will be are involved in that one. So, don't leave the meet after ending the class, okay? Please mute their mic. Don't leave the meet after ending the class because your quiz program will be start around 11:10 or 11:50. Okay. So you all of you are requested to join that one because this is mandatory for you and all the BTech first semester students. Okay. Okay. So in the last class, what we have discussed, Newton's ring we have finished. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes,
क्या
sir.
पढ़ाए थे लास्ट क्लास में?
Newton rings,
आपको
sir.
असाइनमेंट दिया था मैंने?
No, sir.
ये असाइनमेंट नहीं दिया
Yes,
था,
sir.
क्या कहते
सर
हैं,
दिया था।
ये डिराइव द एक्सप्रेशन फॉर डायमीटर ऑफ डार्क एंड ब्राइट रिंग्स इन केस ऑफ न्यूटन ट्रांसलेटेड लाइट.
Yes, sir.
No,
हैव
sir.
यू
No,
ट्राइड?
No, sir.
no,
व्हाई?
sir.
What
You
did
are not say.
हम्म,
You are not given.
हैं?
सर आप नहीं दिए थे असाइनमेंट, अदरवाइज
आपको एप्लीकेशन पढ़ाया था न्यूटन रिंग का?
यस सर, हुआ था ये, या
न्यूटन रिंग का एप्लीकेशन तो बताया था ना?
यस सर, हो चुका था ये।
तो जब न्यूटन रिंग का एप्लीकेशन हो चुका था तो ये असाइनमेंट क्यों नहीं दूंगा? Whatever assignments we are giving from here, this will be no, you are requested to prepare that, complete that assignment. Please, those who are on the road, please mute their mic. ओके
सर आपने असाइनमेंट नहीं दिया सर?
ओके, नहीं दिया तो फिर दे रहा हूं। दिस इज द असाइनमेंट। हमने आपको आई हैव डिराइव्ड ऑल द एक्सप्रेशंस फॉर द न्यूटन रिंग इन रिफ्लेक्टेड लाइट। Okay, so this is the assignment that you will derive the expression for diameter of dark and bright rings in the Newton's ring transmitted light. Because in reflected light, whatever pattern you will observe, that is the complementary to that of the transmitted light. So he will try to derive that all these expressions. And when you will complete this assignment, please upload in the Google Class, because each and every assignments will be evaluated for your TM marks. Okay. Now let us start. We are going to explain Fresnel biprism. Fresnel biprism. In the early classes, I have already told that our interference will be classified in two parts. First part is the interference by division of amplitude, which example is the Newton's ring experiment, which we have already discussed. Now, second type of interference is the interference by division of wavefront, and Fresnel biprism experiment is the example of this type of interference, which we are going now to discuss. Okay. So what is the, आपने प्रिज्म देखा होगा ना? प्रिज्म का नाम सुना है, देखा है, नहीं देखा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But this prism is different from that ordinary prism. This is the reason why this is called the biprism. Biprism means two sides will be equal. You just see, this is one angle will be of 179 degree, and rest two angles are of 30 minutes. So total will be the 180 degree. So this is the construction of what is how we form this one biprism. We will place two prisms side by side. It means base to base, and we will ground the base and polish. Then we will only observe this one. One angle should be the 179 degree, and rest two angles will be of 30 minutes. So what is the actually what we want to do? Now we are going to produce two virtual sources from a single source. Okay. Then when we will produce two virtual sources by single source, so we are going to divide the wavefront emerging from this monochromatic source. So to produce that one, we will follow this arrangement. There are some other experimental techniques by which we can produce two virtual sources, just like light mirror. Okay. This is also the example of the division by wavefront. Young's double slit experiment. This is also the example of division by wavefront. So here we are, this is, since Fresnel biprism is in your syllabus as well as in your experiment, both. So this is the biprism. In biprism, one angle will be 179 degree, and rest two angles will be 30 minutes. Now, just like suppose that this is the arrangement, how we can obtain the interference fringes from this Fresnel biprism experiment. So you just go, you just see this figure A. In figure A, S is a monochromatic source. Okay, this is monochromatic and coherent. So to fulfill the condition of interference, our first task is we will produce two virtual sources from the single source S. So when the ray of light will be incident on this biprism, what will be happen? It will be reflected along this one. Okay, and when it will falls on the center, it will go like towards the D and A. भाई अगर मान लीजिए एस से एक लाइट इस पे इंसिडेंट होती है, दिस विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द ई एंड टुवर्ड्स एफ. इफ इट इज बीइंग इंसिडेंट एट द सेंटर, means at the obtuse angle, what will be happen? It will move towards A and D. And when we will draw in backward direction this rays, we will observe that these rays are coming from the two virtual point sources S1 and S2. Okay, so here we have produced two virtual sources from a single source. Now suppose that the distance between two virtual sources is small d. Okay, the distance between source and biprism is A. One thing you should note, just after the source, a slit will be placed. Okay, so source and slit will be very close to each other. So we approximate that there is no source and slit are both acting as a common source. So we are considering here the distance between the source and biprism is A, and from the biprism, this AD is suppose that this is the screen where we are observing the interference pattern. So in the case of biprism experiment, we will use the eyepiece. Okay, so here one eyepiece will be attached with this experiment. So whatever the phenomena pattern we are seeing, we will observe through that eyepiece. So what will be happen? As soon as this one light will be incident, these two rays will be interfere with each other, and we will we will observe the interference pattern, and just like figure B. In figure B, this is the experimental fringe pattern. देखो, one thing you should know, from E to A and F to D, there is the uniform illumination of light due to the focal point of the eyepiece. Okay, because focal point of eyepiece will be not very large, because we will use the optical bench that will be of the order of 1 meter or 1.5 meter. So due to the only we are observing the interference pattern in the eyepiece. So beyond the focal point or beyond the point of view of that one, we are not able to observe the fringes. So we will observe only uniform illumination of light or dark. So this is the total experimental arrangement of the Fresnel biprism. We will get the pattern like figure B. Here you are seeing this is the red color, white color, red color, white color, red color, white color. Here red color I have marked, but this is not the red color, this is the black. So we will get the black, dark, bright, dark, bright, dark, bright fringes. Here distance between, okay, हाँ बोलो.
सर जैसे इसमें लाइन में लिखा हुआ है, as a result the ray emerging out of the prism appears to be emanated from a source S dash. Sir, where is S dash in the diagram?
ये S dash नहीं है, S है ये.
Okay sir.
ये S है, this is not S dash, this is S. असल में ये नोट से कॉपी हुआ है ना, तो फॉर्मेट आकर के चेंज हो गया है यहाँ.
Okay sir.
Okay, so here in figure B you are seeing, here I have mentioned the distance between two consecutive bright fringes, that is equal to 2 beta. Okay, so when we want to find the thickness of one bright fringe, what we will do, we will divide 2 beta by 2. So we will get beta, means distance between two consecutive range. So what I want to say, it means whatever the we are getting, that is of the fringes will be of the equal thickness. Second thing, since the focal point, देखो actual shape जो whatever the actual shape of the interference pattern we are observing in the Fresnel biprism experiment, that is the hyperbolic. Okay, when we will calculate by the geometry the eccentricity of these fringes, we will get the hyperbola formula. But since the focal point of the eyepiece is very limited, this is due to these limitations, we are getting the straight line fringes. But actual shape of the Fresnel biprism interference fringe is the hyperbola. Okay. So, and all these fringes will be of equal thickness, either bright or dark. This is clear?
Sir,
But can you again explain that focus point of all thing about the focus of the eyepiece?
देखो जो आई पीस जिस आई पीस से हम लोग टोटल फिनोमेना ऑब्जर्व करते हैं इंटरफेरेंस का, ठीक है, उसका फील्ड ऑफ व्यू जो होता है, फील्ड ऑफ व्यू हर इंस्ट्रूमेंट का एक फील्ड ऑफ व्यू होता है कि अप टू दैट लिमिट दे कैन ऑब्जर्व. ओके, सो ड्यू टू द लिमिटेड फील्ड ऑफ व्यू और फोकल लेंथ ऑफ द आई पीस वट एवर वी आर यूजिंग, we cannot observe the total hyperbolic nature of the fringes. So within the field of view of that eyepiece, we are observing that whatever the fringes we are getting, that are the straight. Okay, so this is the reason in figure we are showing only the straight line fringes, but in actual shape this is the hyperbolic. Okay.
okay, sir. And sir, sir,
हाँ, बोलो।
do from and sir, sir also from E to A and F to O, the fringes will form, but we will not be able to see. Is that
Yeah,
the
this
case?
is the only reason due to the field of view of the eyepiece.
Okay, sir.
Because it has the limitations. When you will perform the experiment, you will see up to the certain limit you are getting this fringes, but beyond this limit, you are seeing my cursor. Beyond
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
beyond this left hand side, from this fringe towards this fringe, and from this fringe toward this fringe, you will get the uniform illumination of light. This may be bright or dark, we don't know. This will depends upon our experimental arrangement, where we are setting the eyepiece. So the field of view of the eyepiece only up to this limit.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is the reason why between E to A and F to D, whatever the region I have described from figure B, that is represented by in figure 1, figure A, this is region E to A and F to D. Okay, I will try to show in the when experiment will be performed. I will try. However, this is very difficult in online mode. But how I will try to show you how what I am saying. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So can you please tell what is an optical branch?
Optical bench, not branch. आपने कोई एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म किया है?
Yes, sir.
ऑप्टिक्स का ज्योमेट्रिकल ऑप्टिक्स का आपने किया है?
No, sir.
ऑप्टिक्स का कोई एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं किया? नोडल स्लाइड का एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है?
No, sir.
तो जब एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं किए हो तो ऑप्टिकल बेंच क्या? देखो ऑप्टिकल बेंच क्या है, एक स्टैंड होता है, ठीक है. ऑप्टिक्स के एक्सपेरिमेंट जैसे नोडल स्लाइड एक्सपेरिमेंट है, या फ्रेजनल बाइप्रिज्म एक्सपेरिमेंट है, या लेंस के जितने एक्सपेरिमेंट हम करते हैं, लेंस का एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो लेंस के एक्सपेरिमेंट ऐसा तो नहीं है कि लेंस टेबल पर कर रख के करते हो, वो एक स्टैंड रहता होगा.
Okay, sir. I got it.
रहता है, चाहे वो एल्यूमिनियम का हो या लकड़ी का हो, किसी भी चीज का हो, दैट एंड दैट विल बी मार्क्ड इन द मीटर or centimeter. So that stand is called the optical bench, and all these just like monochromatic source, slit, Fresnel biprism and eyepiece, all these four components will be fitted on that optical bench, so that we can slide on the optical bench to adjust the distance between source and biprism to eyepiece, or we can set other modifications. That stand is called the optical bench. And when you will perform this experiment, source means sodium lamp, slit, देखो अरेंजमेंट कैसे होता है, पहले सोडियम लैंप, just after sodium lamp, sodium lamp will not be on the optical bench, that will be near to the optical bench. And just after the source, we will put the slit, which is very close to the source. And after the slit, at some distance, we will set this Fresnel biprism. Okay. After the Fresnel biprism, at some distance, we will set the eyepiece. Okay. So our first task in the experiment, we will make parallel source. Source means slit, biprism and eyepiece. The upper edges of this slit, biprism and eyepiece should be parallel with each other to perform this Fresnel biprism experiment. If all these three will not be parallel, we will observe a lateral shift in the fringes. I will explain after this slide what is the lateral shift. Okay.
Okay.
This is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we will go. Our task is to find the fringe width of bright or dark fringes. Okay, in this experiment, our task is to find, or in this theory, our task is to find the fringe width. We will derive the formula for the fringe width of the bright or dark fringes. So when we have started this one, interference phenomena and in Young's double slit experiment, I have already told you the derivations involved in the Young's double slit experiment. Same derivations, same mathematical treatment will be for the Fresnel biprism experiment. Okay, हमने आपको बोला था जो आपने डेरिवेशन यंग डबल स्लिट के लिए किया है, सेम मैथमेटिकल ट्रीटमेंट विल बी अप्लाइड और अप्लीकेबल इन द केस ऑफ फ्रेस्नेल बाइप्रिज्म. नो एडिशनल डेरिवेशंस विल बी रिक्वायर्ड. सेम थिंग विल कैन राइट हियर. So here, just like suppose this is the things whatever. Now, if you remember, in the Young's double slit, we have find the condition of maxima and minima. For maxima, we have find find the condition that the wavelength will be integral multiple of lambda, and for minima that is half integral multiple of lambda. So these are the two conditions for maxima and minima. Now by using these two conditions, we will find the fringe width of the Fresnel biprism experiment. And here we have find the expression that beta equal to lambda capital D upon small d. Lambda is the wavelength of monochromatic source. Capital D is equal to A plus B, means distance between the slit and eyepiece. And small d is the distance between the two virtual sources. So from this expression, we are saying that the beta is directly proportional to the monochromatic source wavelength of monochromatic source. Beta is directly proportional to the distance between slit and screen, but inversely proportional to the distance between two virtual sources. So suppose that if the distance between two virtual sources will be very large, in that case fringe width will be decreased. and this will be look like a, it means suppose that if d tends to infinite, beta tends to 0. In that case, we cannot get the fringes. So these are the three conditions which will fulfill to find the clear fringes in the case of Fresnel biprism. Okay. जो मैथमेटिकल ट्रीटमेंट हमने आपको यंग्स डबल स्लिट में दिखाया था, जो बुक में दिया है, सेम विल बी अप्लाई हियर. सेम है मैथमेटिकल डेरिवेशन यू कैन पुट हियर. ओके. हेलो.
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
ये क्लियर है आपको? जो वहां पे हमने डिराइव किया था सेम डेरिवेशंस यहाँ है. आप सीधे सीधे उस डेरिवेशंस को उठा के यहाँ रख दीजिए. इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम देन यू कैन आस्क मी. ओके. अभी हमने आपको बताया था लेटरल शिफ्ट. तो देखो लेटरल शिफ्ट ओरिजिनेट कैसे होता है. देखिए, दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट इज वेरी टीडियस एंड वेरी डिफिकल्ट. इफ यू वंस सपोज दैट इफ यू आर एबल टू सेट द एक्सपेरिमेंट and if some disturbing element will touch the optical bench or just set the optical bench, what will be again, your total experiment will be again disturbed. So during the experiment, this is advised that don't touch the table or optical bench. Our first task is to make parallel slit, biprism and eyepiece. Okay, so that when they will be parallel, no lateral shift will be observed. But when they one of all the three will be not parallel, we will observe the lateral shift. Lateral shift क्या होता है? Just like suppose that in the optical bench, if you are moving eyepiece towards the biprism or away from the biprism, what will be happen? Fringes will be shift either left hand side of the optical bench or right hand side of the optical bench. Means the fringes will be moved perpendicular. If you are moving towards the slit, moving eyepiece towards the slit or away from the slit, fringes will be shift perpendicular to the bench. This phenomena is called the lateral shift. How only way to remove this lateral shift is, देखो यहाँ पे along लिखा है, but sorry, how we to move the lateral shift? Only way to remove this problem is to make parallel slit, eyepiece and biprism. When all these three will be parallel with each other, then no lateral shift will be observed. Okay. Now this is clear, because generally this problems comes when you are starting the experiment. So you just see, this is clear. Last slide. अरे कुछ तो बोलो, हाँ या ना?
Yes, sir. So,
Yes, sir.
so I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
Now we
lateral.
are going to find where apply this experiment, and the first experiment, first application of this Fresnel biprism is by using Fresnel bi experiment to find the wavelength of a monochromatic source. So what will we do? We will perform the same experiments here in the figure I have shown you. We will set source, slit, biprism, eyepiece on an optical bench. We will adjust this experiment and we will find fringe pattern like this one. So in this, so we are getting only bright, dark. So we don't know which one is the central fringe. Okay. So in the eyepiece, a cross wire is attached. क्रॉस वायर हमने आपको बताया था न्यूटन रिंग में जस्ट ए पॉजिटिव साइन होता है विच इज एज थिन एज योर हेयर. सो व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर सेल्फ वी विल सेट one fringe एज ए सेंटर। ये आपके ऊपर है कि आप किस फ्रिंज को सेंटर मानते हैं। ओके, so suppose that if you are setting this fringe center, so you just fix the cross wire at the center of this fringe, okay, and note down the reading with the vernier scale already attached with the eyepiece. Okay, after that what you will do, you will just go, suppose that after this fringe we are going to the third fringe. So again we put the cross wire at the third fringe. Again we will note down. Again we will go to the sixth. Again we note down the reading. Again we will go to the ninth. Again we will note down. Now suppose that where we have marked the central fringe, that will that the reading is x naught. Okay, and after that we are going to the third fringe. We are getting reading x3. So to find the fringe width, what we will do, we will x3 minus x naught divided by 3, because the fringes are of equal width. So difference between 3 fringes divided by 3 will give the fringes of width of the one fringe. So like this one, we will get x naught, x3, x6, x9. This is the number of fringes where we are getting. X naught means we are imagining that this is the central fringe. So suppose that here, suppose that if you are taking the difference of n fringes, so x naught minus xn minus x naught upon n, this will give the fringe of one width, and this is the beta. So experimentally, first we will, this experiment will be in two parts. First part, you will find the fringe width. पहला टास्क आपका है, पहले आप fringe width को ऑब्जर्व करिए. So by performing the experiment like this one, first task we will complete by calculating the width of the fringe beta. Second task is to find the distance small d between two virtual sources. This is the next step of the experiment. This experiment is the time taking. So next step to find the virtual sources distance between two virtual sources. So what we will do in the same experimental setup for which we are using to find the beta, we will introduce a lens. Okay. भाई जो हमने बीटा के लिए आपका कैलकुलेट किया है, जो एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप अरेंज किया है, उसी एट द सेम टाइम सेम प्लेस वी विल नॉट डिस्टर्ब द एक्सपेरिमेंट, वी विल इंट्रोड्यूस ए लेंस. ओके, एंड आवर फर्स्ट आपको व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल पुट दिस लेंस नियर टू द वाई ब्रिज. ओके, and we will try to observe the images of the slit in the eyepiece. First task to find the beta, second task to find the D. To find the D, what we will do without disturbing the experiment, we will introduce a lens, which is, and that lens first time will be placed near to the biprism, and we will try to find the images of slits in eyepiece. And suppose that the distance between these two images is D1. How we can find D1? First we will set the cross wire at the one image. We will note down the reading. Second time we will put the cross wire at the second end of the image, second edge of the image, and by subtracting this distance minus this distance, we are able to find D1. Suppose that in the first case, where we are putting the lens near to the biprism, the distance between slit and lens is U, and the distance between slit and eyepiece is V. So you know the image magnification formula, V by U equal to D1 by D. ये आपने फार्मूला पढ़ा होगा, पढ़ा है या नहीं पढ़ा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First we will from the first set we will find the magnification V by U equal to D1 by D. Now second time in figure B, what we will do, we will put the lens near to the eyepiece without disturbing any experimental arrangement. We will only move the lens. First time we are putting the lens near to the eye prism. In the second time we are putting the lens near to the eyepiece, and we will again observe the images of the slit in the eyepiece. And suppose that the distance between these two images is d2. So again we will apply the magnification formula, and in that case this is V by U equal to d2 by d1, and by using this one, this formula and this formula, we will find d1 by d1 d2 by d square equal to 1, and from here we are seeing that d equal to square root of d1 d2. So this is the Newton's formula, and by using this one we are able to find the distance between two virtual sources. So we have find the beta, we have find the small d. So to find the lambda, we will use this formula, beta is equal to lambda capital D by small d. We have already find the value of beta, we have already find the value of small d. The value of capital D means distance between source and eyepiece should be noted from the optical bench, because that is the marked in the centimeter. So lambda will be equal to beta into small d upon capital D, and by using this formula we will find the wavelength of the monochromatic source which was given. Okay, this is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. There is another method to find the distance between two virtual sources. This is we will calculate from the angle of deviation. So for this one, delta is equal to by geometry this one. But here this is another method. But this is the actual and easy method to find this one. We can find d by both, either by this formula or by this formula. But generally we can apply this one because it is easily found, it is easily derived, we can easily find the distance by using this Newton's formula. Only way we will take the accurate reading. This is clear? So suppose that what will be happen? This is all these experiments, whatever we have calculated here, this is from the monochromatic source law of light. Suppose that if in place of monochromatic source we are using the white light, what will be happen? भाई अगर मान लीजिए हम सोडियम लैंप के जगह पे मरकरी लैंप यूज करें, so mercury lamp will contain wavelength from the whole visible region 4000 angstrom to say 6000 angstrom, 8000 angstrom. So what will be happen? In the case of white light, the central fringe will be white, because path difference at the center will be 0, and on both sides of the central fringe we will get the colored fringes. So if we are using white light, we are able to locate the central fringe, that will be white, and that fringe is called the zero order fringe. And beyond, on the both sides of this one, we are able to find the colored fringes. But after certain, we will get the uniform illumination of light. This is the difference between the when we will use the white light in place of the monochromatic sodium lamp. This is okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have time. So suppose that second application of the biprism is to find the thickness of the sheet. Sheet may be either the glass plate or mica sheet or any other film by using this Fresnel biprism experiment. So what we will do in the same experiment, we will introduce a glass plate or mica sheet in the path of one ray. Here you just see S1 and S2 are the two virtual sources, and we are considering that this is meeting at point P. So in the ray emerging from S1, we will put a glass plate G, which is of thickness T. So, by using this experimental setup, we are able to find the thickness of the glass plate or mica sheet by using Fresnel biprism experiment. Same thing will be same experimental arrangement, whatever we have discussed earlier. So, okay, I will explain in the next class. I think someone will be waiting. So don't leave the meet because the quiz is going on, and I will explain this one in the next class. Okay. And after ending the quiz, please send me the attendance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Don't leave the meet.
sir.
Can you upload
Sir, we
the
have next
class notes
class from
to the
11:30.
classroom?
Yeah. Okay. Then only 10 minutes will be.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can I continue, sir?
Yeah. You can continue.
Thank you, sir. Yes.